Hi guys, it's me, the Pecan Tan Beauty, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a piggyback video on my relaxer video where I showed you how I relax my hair. So if you have not checked out that video, please be sure to do so, and I will also put a link in the description box below. Today's video though is going to be a video on how I color my hair. I normally color my hair on the same day that I relax, and I know that it is a no-no, but I use my own discretion. This is my hair. I know the condition of my hair, and I know what my hair can and cannot take. So I always choose to use a color that is ammonia and peroxide free, which means it is free of ammonia and free of peroxide, which are the damaging agents in most permanent hair colors. So anyway, let's get started, and I want to show you first off the color that I use. The color that I use is Beijing. This is how I pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I always use number 88, which is blue black, or number 90 if I'm not mistaken, which is the Oriental black. The difference between the two colors is the blue black is a lot more pigmented. The Oriental black it leaves the hair nice and shiny, just like Oriental hair. So I like a deeper color, a more rich color, so I always use the blue black number 88. So this particular color, again, it contains no ammonia and no peroxide. And it comes with everything you need except for the water. So let me just show you what comes in the box. This is how it comes. And it comes with a pair of gloves. It comes with our hair color here, number 88. This is the powder. And then it also comes with instructions. So the other things that you're going to need that does not come in this pack is a dye brush, and this is the brush that I also use for my relaxer, a comb, and you're going to need some type of bowl or something to mix your color in, and I always use just like a Rubbermaid bowl, and you're going to need some water. And also you're going to need a towel to protect your clothes. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly go over the instructions. The first thing that you want to do when you are applying any type of chemical to your hair or scalp, you want to do a preliminary patch test, which means you want to take a little bit of the product and you want to apply it to an area of bare skin. You can try it on your wrist or your arm or your elbow. You just want to try it out just to make sure that you aren't going to have any type of allergic reaction as far as redness or burning or itching or anything of that sort. So that's the first step. You always want to make sure that you do a preliminary skin test. There are 4 steps to this color application. The first step is the preparation, which means you want to prep your color, you want to mix it, make sure that it's well mixed. The second step is the application process, which is actually applying the product to your hair. The third step is processing. You want to make sure that you follow the manufacturer's instructions when it comes to processing. If you have virgin hair, which means not chemically processed or not relaxed or color treated, you want to relax it. You want to keep the color on for 30 minutes. If you have color treated hair or relaxed hair, which I do, you only want to process it for 15 minutes. It's very important that you follow those time guidelines because you don't want to over process your hair. If you over process your hair with color, it's gonna be very hard, it's going to be brittle, it's going to feel like straw, and it's not going to look very healthy. So please make sure that you follow the timing guidelines per the manufacturer. And the final and fourth step is to rinse it out and follow it up with shampooing. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we are going to mix our color. And you don't have to, Beijing has made this where you don't have to use the full bottle. If you only want to touch up certain spots, if you have gray and you only want to touch up around the edges and you don't want to waste product, you can use the whole bottle, you can use a half, or you can use a fourth. And they have the fill lines here on our little measuring cup. So I'm going to use the full bottle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water and I'm going to fill it up to the fill line. So it's filled up to the very top, and then I'm just going to pour it into my bowl. And then the second step is I'm going to apply my powder. So I'm just going to pour it in here. I'm using the full bottle, so I want to make sure I get all of the color out. And I'm going to take my dye or relaxer brush and I'm just going to mix it very, very well. You want to make sure that you get any clumps or lumps that could happen when you're trying to mix it up. And you guys, you can also use a color bottle for this and color it that way, but I prefer to use the brush application. So we almost have our color mixed up. And as you're mixing, you're going to see that it is turning a little bit dark. It's oxidizing. That's the process of oxidation, is when you mix chemicals together. So I know it's working. Okay, so I have it very well mixed. And I am so sorry about the glare. The lighting is awful, awful here today. So I'm going to put on my gloves, the gloves that they provided, or if you have other gloves, feel free to use those. And you want to use gloves because this color will stain your hands. It is a permanent color, so it will stain. Okay, so what I'm going to do, if I can get out of the light. So with this, I normally do the same process of when I'm doing a relaxer. I part it into 4 parts, 4 sections. Here I have my 4 sections. It's going to take my 4 sections and I'm going to start the process. So what I do is I just take a little bit on my brush and it thickens up really, really nice. So it's not going to be extremely messy. And then I just start in the roots. And then I want to make sure my edges are well colored. So I always do my edges first. When I apply my relaxer, I do my edges last, but when I'm coloring, I want to make sure that if there is any gray peeking through, that I get those colored first. So you want to try to stay as close to the hair as possible, and you don't want to get a whole bunch around your edges because it's going to be kind of tough to get off. So I'm just working my way around. And this is a lot easier if you had a color applicator bottle, but I choose to do it this way just to make sure that I get all the hair saturated, because with the bottle, to me, I always seem to not, you guys, I am so sorry about this glare. When I use the applicator bottle, I always seem not to get all of my hair. I tend to leave pieces out in the middle, but with my relaxer brush or my color brush, it helps me to make sure that I get all of the hair saturated. You guys, I also just want to say thank you for being awesome subscribers and for watching my videos and giving feedback. And I am just so glad that you guys are able to take something away from my videos. I know a lot of you here are here solely for hair videos, but as you may have noticed, I have another passion, which is handbags, particularly Dooney and Burke handbags. So I appreciate all you ladies who do handbag videos as well. I mean, I enjoy makeup videos, hair videos, handbag videos. So I appreciate you guys as well who take the time to share those videos with everyone. Okay, so the front part is done. And then for the back, I just do the same thing. So I'm going to continue applying this. I just wanted to show you just the basics of how you apply it. So I'm going to continue to apply the rest off camera, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I have completed the application process, and as you can see, I left the ends uncolored. Right now I have been processing for about 10 minutes. I have about 5 more minutes left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish applying the rest of my color, because I did leave a little bit in the container. I'm going to apply it to the ends of the hair to make sure that the color is evenly distributed. So basically, I'm just gonna take the color, and it doesn't have to be neat on the ends because you've already done all the neat part with the initial application. So I just want to make sure that the ends are completely saturated with color. And you do this last because the ends are very porous, which means they soak up, you know, the color a little bit faster. So you don't want to have two different colors. So you want to make sure that you leave the most porous parts of your hair last. And this doesn't have to be anything neat. Again, just want to make sure that all the hair is saturated for the last 5 minutes of the application process. And you guys, do you see how dark this color is? I love it. And this has been the only color that I've found that actually lasts pretty good. It doesn't come off on your clothes. A lot of color that I have used in the past has come off on your clothes, and that's not good. So you just want to make sure that you have everything, and this is how it looks. And again, I just have all of it saturated. And then we're just going to let this sit for another 5 minutes. And then I'm going to shampoo it out, and then I will come back and show you the final finished product. Okay guys, so I'm back. I have just rinsed out and deep conditioned my hair. I did not use any shampoo because my color is fresh, so I don't want to strip out the color. So I just used a moisturizing conditioner, let it sit on for 15 minutes, rinsed it out, and now I'm ready to wrap, sit under the dryer, let it dry, and style it. So as you can see, it is nice and black, so the color took beautifully. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. So, and also I forgot to mention, if you are of a lighter skin tone, you may have to use some protectant around the edges because it will stain. For me, it stained just a little bit, if you can see there, but once it dries, it's all going to blend in, so I don't have a problem with that. So make sure if you have sensitive skin or skin that is lighter than mine, you may want to apply some Vaseline or some type of base around the edges so it won't stain, because that's not a very cute look. So anyway, guys, I will see you on my next video. So until then, bye-bye.